Hi George, this is Lewis. I'm gonna make this video because I don't know how to tell you the way to do the install of the Canaries of the Pro Canaries 2006 version 2. I guess you think that it's much more complicated than how you really have to do it. And I guess that you have messed it up by doing several installations, and well, now you have it. Now you don't have your mind clear about how to do it. So I'm gonna do a video and just want you to see. Here's my base new folder. Okay, it contains delete this. This is a test that I did. It contains the Canary Sim folder, the scenario folder, and the texture folder. Okay. It contains the files which are required for you just to install the Project Canaries 2006 version 2. So these folders. Then I go to my PC, I go to the drive, I go to Program Files, Microsoft Games, Flight Simulator 9, and this is a fake Flight Simulator setup. It actually doesn't contain anything, but I just did it because I want to show you how you should copy all the folders inside Flight Simulator 9 and you don't have to worry about if there is a folder and it contains something inside of it, just if it's gonna be deleted or not. Here's inside of texture, there's this file called lewis.txt. It says this is a text file which will not be deleted or overwritten. Okay. So what you have to do is simple. Just take these 3 folders, throw that inside of Flight Simulator 9, and even when these folders are empty or they don't contain any file which has the same name than the ones which are inside of the originals, it still asks you that this folder, the Flight Simulator 9 folder, still contains a folder with the name scenery. All the files will be overwritten and all that stuff. Forget it. The files will still be there. I just press yes to all. All the files are being copied. Now they are copied. You go to Flight Simulator 9, and if in case this was a real FS9 install, you'd see here lots of stuff, but you'd see Canary Sim folder with the data and Project Canaries 2006 folders. You'd see the scenario folder, which is the original FS9, the original scenario folder of Flight Simulator 9er, and a folder which contains lots of files, but it'll contain the structures of Canary Sim and the texture, which contains the texture files of the base new file and my other file, the previous file. So this is the proof that whichever you just move, it doesn't matter if you just move the folders and you just click of that message saying yes, I want you to overwrite anything, because it will not delete the files which are previously inside of it. It will just delete the files which are inside the texture folders or the scenario folders, and they are called on the same way. I mean, it will just override Canary Sim files. It will not delete or modify any one of your Aerosoft files or your system files of or the FS9 system files. It will just override the setup of Canary Sim, and you don't have to worry about it. This is the lewis.txt file and still contains the same information. So you don't understand how you just complicates that much. If you just want to install the Project Canaries, then you go to Canaries and you go to Project Canaries to data, and you just run the manager.exe file. It will start up the Project Canaries setup, and you just forget about anything else. I'm not going to start it right now because I don't have the flight simulator installed. and just as I started it, it will give me a couple of error messages because it cannot find the flight simulator, it cannot find anything. So I'm just gonna leave it on this place. But you should use this file, the manager.x file, and before doing it, all you have to do is make sure that the scenery.cfg file is free of any canary sim data. Okay, you have to edit the scenery.cfg file and manually remove any canary sim entry which may exist. Okay, you delete it by hand, you just save the file, and then execute the manager.x file, and that's it. You don't have to worry about anything else. It's so easy. You just saw what I did. I just move all the way all the files which are here on the base new straight into Flight Simulator 9 folder, and when I received the information about the question about overwriting the files, I just clicked yes with no problems. I just went through there, and that's it. So I guess this was useful, and you've learned how to do it. I hope some good news on your new message. And if you still are waiting for a response in order just to tell you which one of your variations should be executed, just install Flight Simulator, the pre-canaries into Flight Simulator 9. I should tell you the third, the one that I suggested you. Yes, use the third variation. Copy the SNRE folder of base new into Flight Simulator 9. It asks you for overriding permissions. Say yes to all. Then do the same with the texture folder. It'll tell you again, there is already a folder with that name. Should I override it? Yes, again. And then move the Canary Sim folder into the Flight Simulator 9 folder. And the same way, it will not ask you for overriding permissions because there is no Canary Sim folder into the Flight Simulator 9. Then go to Flight Simulator 9, go to Canary Sim, go to data, and then execute the manager.x file. Alright, that's it, man.